upper and lower ball joints. This will be some fun stuff. First thing to do for me, and maybe for you, is to clean these. See if I can freehand it. Clean all the grease off of the castle nuts. All that glob right there. The top one's fine. He got really nothing on that, but I found it less of a headache. Less of a headache when you can get some of this grease out of your way. The other side was blown. I might put a video in there what it looked like. This thing needs an alignment, and then I noticed the ball joint was blown out. This one doesn't look near as bad. You never know. Let me look real quick. Yeah, this ball joint's good. So, but we're gonna replace it with some precisions. You get what you pay for. They're pretty pricey. It's kind of hard to find Moogs, and the Moogs aren't made in the U.S. anymore anyway. The precisions are really good. With Nova's ball joints, I would never in your life go cheap. Don't do it. Save up. Read the forums, including a close friend of mine, of them completely breaking and coming apart. And it's never good. Let me clean this, and then I'm going to start working on the cotter pin. I'm going to show everything. It's going to be a long video. I'm making it because of all the other fellow YouTubers do that notorious deal where when they have a problem, it magically cuts out and comes back when it's done. So I'm actually going to show you through the problems so you can see how I did it and give you ideas on how to do it. For all you guys, if any of you ever watch this, I've done these videos. Knock that crap off. Don't even post your videos. Garbage. You want to do a how to do video, and then you want to skip past the hard parts and not show people. I mean, are you embarrassed? Like, why do one? So we're on to the cotter pin. See if I can get at this. These are some good cotter pins, I'll tell you what. Okay, got it. Oh, we can probably get it. Okay, one down. Now I'm going to immediately go to the other cotter pin. I'll get these out of the way. Well, we're going to do the old needle nose trick where you put the needle in the hole, and then you rotate it.
That's usually what you do with
It's a knuckle saver.
knives.
That's how you had to get it in. That's the only way, because it only can go in not even a quarter inch before it hits that, you know, that piece we're talking about, that double bolt that connects to the steering rod thing. Okay, we got that. Better stop. And shit. Forget to put the floaties on.
Yeah.
I'll do it the easy way. I do that with brakes too. I don't even bother trying to do the brute force crap.
What we gotta do, we gotta turn your steering facing the right, so you can put your fork in there and beat it with the right hand. I'm not a left-handed swinger.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
See
can get
these?
the camera real easy.
Let's get it. See that in there. Cotter pins are down. These are, this top one's a 3/4 inch. Yep. A 3/4. Bottom one's 3/4. Both your ball joints. So next up, pickle fork the ball joint. Okay, notice YouTube, we're not cutting it. We're leaving it live. I just might have gapped it a little bit just doing that.
When I gotta reuse the joint, I don't use the pickle fork because it damages the boots. But in this case, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't think I've ever reused the ball joint because I've never had anything that I knew the ball joint when it was replaced. So if I didn't do it, but typically I wouldn't be playing this shit. Well, this one doesn't matter, but
The ball joint's got bigger than the other side.
see, like this, it ain't going in. It's just hitting dead on. We got it. So now just take the calcium off, and we're gonna. Oh, you're gonna pull that out, huh?
Just leave it go. Put this off and we'll push this down. You ready?
Hold on. Hold on, dude.
Is this one longer? Reality was take these two bolts out and that'll make that arm drop.
Right out.
Watch yourself. Okay.
So we'll cut that video.
What are we? 11/16 in the bottom.
And now we're gonna take this bar off. It's 11/16.
Socket 5/8.
Nut on the bottom, 5/8 on the top. Spinning. Oh, wrong one.
You on this one?
Not bad.
God dang, now I'm getting those trimmers going. Get on Hollywood and start shaking. There you go. Which one are you on?
I'll be on the one
that
you're
one.
on. Oh, here we go again.
There's the bolt.
Yeah, this one ain't rolled up.
Look, it'll come right down now. I'll just leave that in there. Ready? Now you can get to that cotter pin.
Oh, I got that out.
In
So
this scenario,
I already pulled it out.
you did?
That was the one I told you. He put it in this way, and then he curled it up.
That's the one you were cussing about?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, folks. He doesn't normally cuss. Oh, dang. Somebody King Kong that thing on there.
You can use a swivel with the 3/4. I do that. Yep.
Oh my God. That's just too tight.
Did I work on it?
You got a regular wrench, not a ratcheting wrench? You got a long 3/4?
Let's try that. Let's do it the easy way. Where's that 3/4 or whatever you have? Do you have it out here? I don't think we have a 3/4, do I?
Yeah, it's right here.
Can you get that on there?
I can't.
Just got a swivel. Got it. Not strong enough.
You need a big old, like I said, somebody been in here didn't know what they're doing. They've had this way too tight. That stuff should not be that tight.
Alright, so get me
It's a wrench.
my hammer. Got it.
Just need a little more than I had in me.
You had to put your weight into it.
No, I put some length on it.
So those are all the 1/2 inchers
Up here,
on the bottom.
yeah, but we have to get this ball joint off first.
That's 9/16.
Don't we? Yeah. We gotta separate that ball joint first. Then we gotta get the hanger 5000 out.
See, I had a ball joint where the fucker was spinning when you're trying to do that.
You know what you gotta do?
And I had to take the pickle fork and wedge.
That's
fucker.
one way.
That's usually what happens to me on all the ones I fuck with.
Sometimes when they'll spin, that stud's sticking out. You can take a pair of channel locks and push down on the bolt or force the bolt up into its thing. And it's kind of an oxymoron thing. You work against yourself, but this is going to be a joy because we have to swing from that side because the drop arm for that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's see if we can reposition cam. It can be moved quite a bit.
Getting something back there, but now we're kind of back where it was going into that. Well, that's what I was dealing with on the other side, dude. I was hitting that thing on the other side, but it finally crawled under it. But because
this side's got a nice gouge in it.
we got old people's fucking encouragement going on here. In other words, gonna be left-handed, right-hander. So much easier when you have a lift because you need to swing that hammer over your head. You know what I mean? The only other thing we could do is take those bolts loose and try to see if we can get that arm to slide off. But if it's splined on there, it just ain't gonna slide off. You know what I mean? These guys right here. See if we take both of them out, get that arm out of the way to get that pressure. It's got pressure on it.
Yeah. It might do it with a couple more hits, who knows? As long as it clears that back piece and doesn't hit it. It was really close, but...
Well, the back fork's clearing, barely, but it's clearing. That fork's gonna clear. I can't see the other fork. Can't see nothing with that fucking thing in your eyes. I'm gonna give it some more whammies and see what happens. It's a good thing my other truck ain't here because I have a sledgehammer to wear us out on 5 swings. A little short-handled homemade behemoth.
The firewall beater.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. That's precisely the one.
This is the one I use for the firewall for the first 20 minutes.
My only other hope would be is if we pop these loose, that maybe they're not splined in there. We'd know we're spinning the nut off. If it spins, it's not splined, but if it does, it's probably splined. What size is that? It's going to be probably.
No.
No.
What is that? 17? Look loose.
That's huge. Hub in my way. Hang on. Jesus.
Use that. You got another.
Well, I got your hub in my way. So. Ratchet. I have to take the brake shoes off, dude. Alright. Look, they're going the wrong way. Of course. Alright, then try it. Yep. Oh, of course, now the adjuster's in the way on this side. God dang it.
This out of here. So turn it. There's one way to get to that. It's going to be turning that all the way the other way.
Well, it's not only that. I'm going to have to pop your spring, take your adjuster out of there. Take the hold down off.
The what?
Hold down on your brake shoe. Unless I can try to get this to stay in there. somehow. Otherwise, we got to do brakes. Just even if we get it loose, I think it'd be okay, John. Can you get to it?
I don't think I can get to it. Can the wheel turn anymore?
Find a fucking bolt. Let's see what happens.
Almost got it. If we would have cleaned the threads, we would have had it.
Let me see if we can get a bite on it. I don't want to round this bolt. We're fucked if I do that.
If we would have cleaned the threads, I would have had it. Damn.
Right, see what happens. See the spring adjusters.
We got about an eighth of a thread.
See what you can do. That's blocking the wrench off there. Nope. But now that's loose. Maybe we can have that little bit of slop might do us a favor. You know what I mean? If not, I gotta pull your hold down, your spring, everything's gotta come apart. We can leave this shoe on there. We're gonna leave enough. Make that fork move past it. Let me keep trying.
I'm trying to see if I can.
Do you have an offset wrench? That's 5/8. It's just spinning on this side, bro. You got an offset wrench, I might be able to get on it and hold it.
Got it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that.
Yes. Now we can't get it off because it's dropped too low.
No, it's hitting the bolt. It's gonna pull you. God damn it. This one for the taking? I guess so.
That sucks. You know when that's going to come out?
Take that fucking nut off. See what happens. You fucking cunt. Well, this would be a hell of a video. What not to do.
No, it's going to be one of those that's going to take hours for it just to transfer from the phone to the desktop. I started recording all my videos now in 4K.
Oh yeah?
So now it takes a lot longer to upload. And I could do 8K, but I was like, fuck that shit.
Get that to turn a bit.
Yeah, there's nowhere for that to move, huh? So basically, they have to
So the
disconnect
bolts-
that arm over
So
here.
the bolts are spinning. So because they're spinning, that means the bolts should pound through. If you put the nuts on them, they might pound through.
Either you have to take out the outer or the inner, and that whole piece will be able to come off.
Well,
It can't move towards me and come off those studs because it's connected here. Like I'm watching, like,
where's the bolts that you peeled out of there? Those. Hand me one of those. Just one. So if the bolt was spinning, then we ought to be able to pound the bolt through. Right? This is spinning on my side.
what's it hidden on the other side? Can you see it?
It's hitting. the ball joint stud.
No, the bolts. Where are they hitting?
Not hitting anything. It's just that thing is. I just don't want to fuck your threads up. So
Let me see that small hammer on your left.
you can run it through.
Yeah.
Fuck your threads up, dude. I'll have to go and get my thread files, and that would suck. This stud's sticking out a mile over here.
Hold on. Let's see the light taps.
Yeah, I pushed this other one out.
There, it's flush now. If I had something skinny, like a, can we push on it the other direction?
Get the bolt to come out.
Is there a
Be winning.
There we go. I got it. Hold on.
And turn it towards you.
That'll work. Got it.
And you do the other one. Oh, looky.
There you go. Did that do it?
That's it.
Finally.
Yeah, and after we gutted the car, just get it off.
I'm telling you, this car has done everything in its power not to want to get back on this road, man. I swear to God. Everything I've done
Pristine,
with this
minus the
motherfucker.
magic.
Everything I've done with this car has fought me. You've seen I pulled that tranny out 3 different times.
All right, I need the hanger 10,000. We just got to remember to put that fucking arm back in. And get the chain.
So this side was a major pain, and the other side, I had to pull the steering arm. If you can see that, I had to pull this off the fork. Getting this ball joint loose was hitting that, and there was no angle I can get without the fork hitting that arm. So I had to pull that off. Once we did that, smooth sailing, as you can probably see. So now it's just pretty much it's pulling the ball joints off at this point. So this ball joint has been replaced before. So one way you can tell is the aftermarket ball joints, the grease zerk is facing down. Factory ball joints, they face out. There's a hole, you might be able to see it right there. Right here, I don't know if you can see it. So, this little hole right there, that's for the grease zerk. What sucks is, whoever did it before didn't use their head, so it kind of sucks. I wish I had it to put in a new one. So the replacements, they come with the same threaded size grease zerk. The one that's for the factory is longer, and what you can do is, what you did on the other side, is you can take the short ones out and put in that long one, and it makes it a lot easier to get to underneath the car. So if you have those, never, unless they're bad, get rid of them, reuse them in the new ball joints. You'll thank yourself later when you have to get under there and deal with them. So that would explain why this side wasn't, I mean, it was bad. The boot was all hard and rotted and all that stuff, but it didn't have the major slop that the passenger side had. Passenger side was completely blown to pieces. So let's get this bag open. Another thing is, if you're not paying attention between the upper and lower ball joint, there is a difference on the crown nut. The upper is bigger than the lower. You can see the height difference, the thickness of the nut. So if you get them mixed up, the lower has the thicker one than the upper. So I'll do you a favor there. Alright, back to the install. Should be right in here. So there's that grease zerk hole, and here's the indent. So normally, like I said, the factory has a side grease zerk, but it goes in like that, grease zerk on that side. So it goes in upside down. This facing the front of the car. When you do your first bolt, do a side bolt and only do a couple threads. What you'll find is the metal ring that goes up there that holds the boot on. If you tighten one bolt too far, you won't be able to get the other bolt through. It's kind of a press into place, so it's kind of a pain to get the bolts through and get it started, because it don't line up perfect, because when you tighten the bolts, it flexes into position. I'll show you a little trick. I should have done it while this ball joint is out, but it doesn't really matter. You can do it while it's in. It'll make your life a lot easier. Unlike whoever replace this ball joint was you know what, for the next guy type butt. So what you want to focus on is where the cotter pin hole is. This one, I got lucky, it's facing the right way. The other two on the other side were not. So if the hole's facing towards you and in, that's gonna make life, it just sucks trying to get them in and out. So if you face the hole front to back, front of the car to the back, it's a lot easier getting the cotter pins in. So you might want to, I'm actually going to turn this one just a little bit more. Right there. That makes getting the cotter pins in a lot easier. So I'm just going to put this on there for now so I don't lose it. And I'm going to start snugging these up. Okay, good and tight. That's your torque specs. I went on the internet, didn't really find anything. A lot of talk back and forth of torque specs and guesstimates and all that. So, out of all the ones I've ever done, I just make them tight. So. Now this is the bottom one, you got to put the greaser in yourself. So actually let's do that now. So yeah, just don't over tighten it. It's a 7mm. Snug it. That. So it's got grease on the shaft, but it doesn't feel like it's inside. So I would definitely pump some grease in these. So, yep. Then this one is going to be facing, see the cotter pin down, so I want to turn it away from the wheel. We'll just make sure these bolts line up. Yep, don't make that mistake. I'm just gonna make sure the bolts line up. Reason why is I need to push this down to get this in. So reason why I said is the ball joint has this piece here. This is where this arm here bolts to. So if this is off in any way, who knows? Just put the bolts through first before you tighten it. Just, you don't have to tighten them or nothing, just have them in there. That will tell you, okay. I just don't trust impacts and all that. So now you can see, I'll put this, I'm using this to punch. So I'm just putting it in the hole, rotating it so it's forward, so it's easy to put the cotter pin. Some cars, oh, this one's a major pain. When you have it facing the other way like the guy did, there's a piece here, so he had to like put the cotter pin and bend it up at the same time. Yeah, it made no sense, but okay. So now take these out, and then we're ready to put the wheel. So remember, the smaller nut goes on top, the bigger crown goes on the bottom. Let's have some fun, shall we? Let's pull these out. They're brand new, so they're a joy to do. Where's that? Put it. That's there. All right, let's try to get this thing back in. See if I can just loosely get the plate down and pop that boot back in. The bottom boot just sits in there. Oh, I'm screwing up too. Should put that bottom boot in. Yeah, don't forget your boots. Good thing this happened. I'd have been pissed. Put that all together and forgot the bottom boot. So here's the ring I was talking about. You can see the slip in there. That's to hold the boot in place. So what happens is this boot goes in. So when this goes on, and this holds the boot on like that. smooth. That's all she wrote. Oh, we gotta try to get this arm back on. Oh boy. Oh. Let's see here. Oh, no problem. Cool. Here's what the lower boot looks like. And the ball joint, which, like I said, this one wasn't bad. This one was the one replaced. Now there is a 90 fitting on there. Take that off, save those. And you can replace the ones you got for the 90s if you prefer those. So, let's hope we can get to this one. I don't think we're going to get on it. But here it is there. That is the upper and lower ball joints. All done. So, yeah, the bolts I was getting at are in there. See it right there. That one, and then that one. That's for your arm, steering arm. I think that's what they call it. That's what they call it on the websites. Anyway. So, should be the same from all Gen 1 Novas. All the Nova 2s are all the same. So if you got a stick shift, cut yourself a hole, get access to your bolt. You'll thank yourself later. That's it. Alright, we got the ball joints done. Now we're about to do the alignment. Just a toe. I don't know if y'all can see it, but no, you can't. So this tire's turned way towed in to that one. So we're gonna get in there and see what we can do. So first step is get some cardboard. If you don't have wheel spinners and all that fancy stuff, if you can find cardboard with the coating on it, like this works. A regular cardboard works too, but if you can find some of this, basically just stack them facing each other. Makes it real simple to turn the wheels. So the wheels are straight, so I don't know if you can see. The wheels turned, way towed in. So first step, a single piece of cardboard works. Putting two on top each stacked works even better. So it just makes it super easy to adjust and turn. So that's first step. Second, it's going to be right now I have the car jacked up. I got to get it off the ramps, and it's going to sit for a couple days. So one thing about the Novas is never ever jack them up and put them on the ground and try to do alignment. These cars take a while to settle. It's kind of like a Volkswagen. It reminds me of that. If you look at the way their natural camber is, so these take a while to drop. You can see the wheel turn right there. So yeah, let me get this thing on the ground. Car's on the ground now. I don't know if you can see how high that is. So it's gonna be about 3 or 4 days, most likely 4, and we'll get back on this car. It'll be settled by then. So I got some other things I gotta go. Gotta go out of town and get some things done. So magic of YouTube. I'll see y'all in 4 days, which will be a split second.